want to welcome back Lindsay Otten, who is a video trainer and overall content expert here at Impact, to talk about something that I think is on everyone's minds. And Lindsay, before we even lead into this, I want to share a statistic with you that I don't think will surprise you, but it's worth saying anyway. According to research from HubSpot, more than 9 in 10 people report wanting to see more videos from brands. That's 90% plus wanting to see more videos from brands. Before we even dive into anything else, does that surprise you?
No, not at all.
We work with a lot of businesses in a lot of different industries, a lot of different niches with different business models. But from that statistic, we know that everyone needs to be doing more video. Is this a problem that for companies maybe feels too big? They might not know where to start. Like, why is that? If there's that big of a gap between what consumers want and what they're getting, there's some sort of disconnect there. So break that down for me.
Yeah, I think that the disconnect is consumers want it and companies want to give it to them, but companies don't always know or feel equipped to say, like, I can do video. Most people, when they approach the idea of making video, they think that you need to have a bunch of training or have been doing video for years or have like the highest tech setup out there in order to produce any kind of video. But if you're a brand that has never made video before, then any kind of video is going to be an improvement. So even if you don't have the best camera or the most high-tech equipment at all, the fact that you're investing in video and just getting started with it is going to make more of an impact than just choosing to ignore it. If you choose to ignore it, you could have the opposite impact of your brand becoming irrelevant and your competition, once they decide they're going to make videos, to outlast you in the market that is always changing. So I think, long story short, to answer your question, John, there is a gap, and it's because most companies, when they think about tackling video, they feel a level of imposter syndrome that they shouldn't with the way video is today.
And they think of video, I think sometimes as this very sort of precious thing that's very resource dependent. We'll do it every now and then. We'll bring in tons of experts. We'll set up a studio, or we'll go to some exotic location, and it's this big thing. And as you're saying, the threshold for entry has never been lower, and I don't want to say the expectations for quality are low, because I don't think any of us want to be producing garbage, but I think we also don't have to go to the Hollywood route where we're overly producing something and it feels cinematic when that might not be in line with our brand.
I don't want companies to be naive and think that, I could start making video today. You totally could start making video today. But one of the big problems I see is if someone isn't owning video for the company, meaning there isn't someone who is dedicated to brainstorming and writing scripts and actually shooting the video and then editing the video and then projecting to the rest of the company how it's performing to it, then that's another mistake companies make, of saying like, we can all own video. Yeah, some of you can own parts of making video, but the companies who do this best have someone, and here at Impact, we help companies hire dedicated videographers who aren't just camera people, they're strategists as well. They have these resources in place, and they've invested in the talent in making video so that it becomes more approachable for everyone, and someone owns it. Someone has a job scorecard dedicated to it. And so that is like how you overcome that. You have that one person who's dedicated to this, to analyzing the results and telling you what we could be doing better, or what we should keep doing and what we should try doing next based on the way the industry is trending.
Yeah, I love it, because I think so often when a leader gets excited about something, it's easy to go fast out of the gate. And it's the sort of tortoise and the hare mentality that slow and steady, not that you need to move slow, but steady is really important. Consistency is really important. I want to try to focus our conversation today because I know you have a wide variety of video experience, and you work with people on things like social media video and video for selling and product demos, like all different kinds of things, videos for YouTube. I want to talk specifically today about videos for our website. And I think, and we talked a little bit before the show began, that there might be some pet peeves for you here. I will say, like, a huge pet peeve for me is if I'm on a homepage of some company that I'm just trying to learn about, and they hit me with a 6, 7, 8, 9 minute video, if you can't explain to me what you do in 30 seconds, I need an elevator pitch. I need something that's fast and snappy and makes me want to go further. If I'm already feeling overwhelmed because you're telling me a fire hose of information, you lost me. So talk to me about, what do you see companies do wrong on videos for their website?
The thing I see companies do wrong the most is make the video all about them. That drives me nuts. Like, people are coming to this website to understand how they can solve a problem, not to hear about how great you are. Like, if they can't identify what problem you're going to help them solve, they are not going to get to the point of thinking about how great you are. And so that is my biggest pet peeve. If someone comes to me, they send me a homepage video script and it's all about, we've been in business for 17 million years and we do this fantastic and we do this. And there's nothing in there about how someone can visualize themselves using your product. And so that's my biggest pet peeve is messaging. If you make it all about yourself, you lose the entire point of the sales process, which is to get someone to understand how you or how they can benefit from using your product in their own words. And so that's the biggest mistake and biggest pet peeve that I run into when I hear things like this. And so you can tell I'm a little fired up about this, John, because it happens more often than I care for.
100%. And it aligns with something that we believe very strongly here at Impact, with the story brand principles designed by Donald Miller. The idea is that you want to make your customer the hero of the story. You know, it is them that you're helping achieve something, solve something, fix something, become a better version of themselves, no matter what you sell. And that outcome is what you're selling, what they feel when they've accomplished it or solved it or anything else, more so than, as you said, we've been in business since X, we've won these accolades, blah, 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 blah. That, and it feels natural. Like, we understand why businesses want to talk about what they have accomplished, but it's also important to hear the other side of that and imagine what happens when you go to a website, you hear about a business, you want to see your future enhanced by what they offer.
Yeah. And there's a time and a place to talk about like how great you are. If someone is in the very last, very like penultimate phases of your sales process and their final question is, well, why you and not your competition? That's a great opportunity to send them a claims we make video. And that video is all about your values and the things that you claim that you do well as a business, said in video format, but also shown through various shots in your company of how does this get accomplished on a day-to-day basis. That is a great video for that piece of the sales process. That's also a great video for your About Us page and not the typical About Us video that talks about how, like I said, we've been in business for 1 million years and we've won every award out there. This is a different take on that. So that if you're looking for a video to put on your About Us page, start by listing all of the things that you say you do well as a company and show them how you actually do it. Like, we claim that we're great at customer service, and these are shots of our actual people serving actual customers that shows how great we are at customer service. That's a very simplified version of it, but you can fit like 3 or 4, 5 claims in a video like that. And I have a few examples that I can drop in the show notes for everyone to take a look at about what I'm talking about. Because you might hear claims we make. That sounds like Impact jargon. Well, it is part of our Selling 7, so there's more where that came from.
Yeah, and to even go one step further, if you want to share how great you are, it's even better if you can have customers say how great you are. That, you know, this is a great place for a customer journey video or a social proof, something that's going to allow someone who's already bought from you to say how great you are rather than you having to brag about yourself.
Yes, and let's be very clear about customer journey video. It's a customer journey video because it's about the customer sharing their journey. It's not just the customer saying, oh, they were so great at this. It's a customer coming in who says, I started with this problem. I realized this could be the solution. this was my experience implementing the solution, and this is how my life has changed. It's not starting with so-and-so was great at this and they helped me accomplish X. No, it starts with them. It has to always be about them, which is the recurring theme about this. Make it about them.
Again, right. The customer is the hero.
Yes.
I think when most businesses think of video needs for a website, homepage is probably high up there. Like you said, they might think, oh, I need an about us video or something. And I love how you challenge that and push it in a different direction. Where else? What are the high needs on a website for videos? If you were to advise a company and when you work with clients and they say, what do we do first? What's highest on the list? How do you instruct them?
Yeah. Some of these videos are really easy to make, and some of them take a little bit more legwork. And so usually when I get a customer, and it's usually all of my customers, but it just depends at different points in their journey. And we say we're going to set a goal to make videos for our website. The first videos I usually have a videographer tackle are the landing page video and bio videos for their team. Bio videos because it gives the videographer who's new to the team an opportunity to connect with individuals who are going to be subject matter experts on camera for them in the future. And then landing page videos because that's where your customers are going when they're ready to become known to you, ready to enter your sales process. And so
they're crossing a threshold. Yeah,
right.
That's an important,
exactly.
That feels like an important step.
Exactly. That's where we're capturing contact information and they're giving us that email that they don't give anyone. And we have to make the most of it. So we make that landing page video so that we can build trust with them. And so I'll put some examples of landing page videos in here too, but a landing page video should be an actual person saying what will or won't happen with this contact information you're providing and what the next step looks like. If you're going to call them, well, then your landing page video script should say something like, we'll call you within 24 hours. And so that way that person is expecting 24 hours, they get a call from you. If you're not going to email them marketing materials, then you should say that. Like, you won't receive any marketing email from this. This is just to contact you about particular service. Or if they are going to receive marketing emails, make that very clear. By filling out this form, you get enrolled in our newsletter. It's very easy to unsubscribe if you don't want to receive this information anymore. So, and then Power Video, use your B-roll to show them how they unsubscribe on the newsletter. So a landing page video should be very clear. It's your bottom of the funnel, your point of conversion. And best news is for your videographer, it should be less than 90 seconds. So it should be a really first, good, easy video that can have a high impact right away. From there, I usually focus on product and service and pricing videos. And so if you offer products or services, then we need to make videos that explain what they are and who's a good fit for them and who's not a good fit for them. And those videos usually tend to range in between 3 to 5 minutes. No longer than that. If they're running longer than that, if there's content in there that should be probably in a different video, you should be able to explain pretty succinctly like what the service is, who it's a good fit for, who it's not a good fit for, and then funnel them to the next video, which is your pricing video. And this pricing video is very specific about how you do pricing. And so if you don't have a pricing page on your website, get to it. That's where this should live. But if it's not there yet, you can put it in a blog. But the first recommendation would be build that pricing page and then add this video about how you calculate cost to that page. The last one is that homepage video. In that homepage video, there's a lot of opinions out there, but what I personally think makes a great homepage video is, and if you're working with impact on building a website, you're going to get this anyway, is basically reading your story brand, your brand script as the script for your video. That tells the person who's watching that video, it helps them identify that they're a good fit for your company. It helps them see how you solve a problem that they have, and then it introduces you as the guide to solve that problem. And so those are the videos I would make for anyone's website. Landing page, pricing, product and service, and then your homepage video. Your bio videos should live in the email signature. That's the primary place for them. But if you have a team bio page, they should live on the team bio page too.
Great answer. And what I was hearing over and over again as you were talking is just how important brevity is too. When you're saying 90 seconds, 3 minutes, people's attention span is short, especially the higher they are in the funnel. And just like we say when we're writing content or when we're producing anything, be respectful of the time that you're asking to consume. Don't waste people's time. Don't bury the important information 6 minutes into a longer video where people, it's so easy to stop watching something. It's so easy to stop reading something. Don't waste people's time.
Mm-hmm.
Be forward about what you're sharing.
Yeah. And if it's going to be a long video too, I have seen some really great cost videos that are 10 minutes long, but at the beginning of that video, offer them an out. Say, this is a long video. If you don't think you're a good fit for this service based on the video that you've already watched, you don't need to watch this video. Or I've told people before, watch it on 1 1/4 speed if you want to hear me talk really fast. But within that video too, with technology that you have, if you're using Vidyard as your video host on your website, if you're using YouTube as your video host on your website, make sure you're giving chapters for longer videos. And then underneath the video in text, like write down what those chapters are so that people can skip to that chapter if that answers the big question that they have. But I guess moral of the story is, if it needs to be long, that's totally okay. Just make it as easy as possible for someone to consume it, either with text following the video or something in your introduction that says, like, this is going to be a long video.
Yeah, I love it. I think you were talking before about pricing. Maybe you offer that ballpark figure very upfront. It gives them the easy answer, and then you're going to go into more detail. They can stay around and watch the rest of the detail if that's really important for them. But the big, broad answer that they wanted, they get it in the first 15, 30 seconds. And again, you're treating the user as you would want to be treated if you were consuming content as well. So love everything you said there, Lindsay. So I just want to wrap up, and a reminder to everyone listening, this is Lindsay Auden, video trainer and video expert here at Impact. And you can always reach out to her through the Impact website and talk to her and people on our team about how to make video easier for your company. So I want to ask you a final question, just imagining that you had the ear of SME business leaders out there. You have one piece of advice to give to them. What is it?
In the nicest way possible, get over yourself. Like, no one wants to hear you talk about yourself more than you have to. Like, really make it about your customer. Because that's really what's going to be the key to their heart, is they can envision themselves using your product or service. So get over yourself, stop talking about you, and focus on messaging your customer the way they want to be messaged to.
Fantastic advice in video, in website copy, in lots of things that you do, in sales processes, etc. So put your customer, it's the golden rule, right? Treat your customer how you would want to be treated. Get over yourself, put them at the center, because that's what it's all about. Lindsay, thank you for your time. As always appreciate your insights. And I think this is hugely valuable to everyone who might know they need to do more video and might be unsure of exactly how to.
Always a pleasure, John. Thanks for having me.